Hello students, welcome to Spectra Educational Academy. In today's video, I am going to explain answers for VSAQ. We had those VSAQs in the previous video. Now let us continue with the answers of the questions which are in motion in plane. Let us take up motion in plane first. Let me complete the explanation one by one. So first question. Question is the vector component, the vertical component of a vector is equal to its horizontal component. What is the angle made by the vector with x-axis? So when does a vector will get the components means, suppose a vector making an angle theta with x-axis, its influence will be spread both along x-axis in the form of ax, we call it as component, in particular horizontal component of this vector A. And what is its vertical component of vector A? So it is ay. So you can understand that influence of A along x-axis is in the form of ax. Influence of A along y-axis is in the form of ay. Suppose if you draw perpendiculars onto x-axis and y-axis, so you take up theta here. Now what is cos theta once you get it back? So this process is also called as the resolution of a vector. So cos theta equal to adjacent. What is adjacent here? Ax. What is the hypotenuse? If you take this as 90, this will be hypotenuse. So therefore this is A. So Ax equal to A cos theta. Similarly, if you go with the sin theta, so in trigonometry, sin theta means opposite. So this opposite is parallel to y-axis. So therefore, sin theta is equal to opposite is ay and hypotenuse is a. So ay is equal to a sin theta. Now, so in the question they mentioned that. So you can call this ax as horizontal component of a and ay is its vertical component. What they are mentioned in the question? The vertical component of vector is equal to its horizontal component. So it means ax is equal to ay. So what did you get for ax? A cos theta. So what did you get for ay? You got a sin theta. So you'll get a and a get cancelled. So sin theta by cos theta is equal to tan theta. That is equals to 1. So at what angle in tan theta you will get 1. So at an angle theta 45. So 45 degrees is the answer. Now let us proceed with the second question. First let me read the question. The forces of magnitude 3 units and 5 units act at 60 degrees with each other. What is the magnitude of their resultant? So let me draw the diagram. Maybe this question is based on parallelogram law of vector addition. You will learn answer of this particular question in short answers list. Okay, so this may be one vector with 3 units. 3 units. So this vector may be momentum, or this vector may be velocity, this vector may be force. So it can be vector, can be any physical quantity. So but which depends on direction. So this may be 5 units. This may be 5 units. So these two are acting at the same point at an angle 60. So once you get back, what is the magnitude of the resultant vector in parallelogram? So it is C is equal to root over a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta, right? So what is a here? Maybe 3 units. What is b here? Is 5 units. So substitute the values. A square, so 3 square is 9. B is 5 square is 25 plus 2 into it is 3 into b is 5 once again cos 60. So cos 60 is 1 by 2. So therefore 2 and 2 get cancelled. So this is going to be 34. 34 plus 15 is going to be root 49. But don't forget root 49 anyhow will get to 7. But don't forget to write units. because the resultant is also a vector. Vector should be always represented with units. Of course, since it is in the question mentioned units, yes, you write it as units. If it is a particular physical quantity that is vector, yes, you can use the unit of that particular vector quantity. Now, let us proceed with the question number 3. If mod of a plus b, if mod of a plus b is equal to mod of a minus b, if you elaborate making use of parallelogram, you can write this as a plus b as a square plus b square and plus 2ab cos theta is equal to, so on the right hand side you have a square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta. So you can simply cancel a square both sides. If you get this side minus, so it is waste of time, unnecessary. Minus sign plus get cancelled. Even if you bring b square left side, so again there will be minus b square plus b square cancelled. Then this you try to bring left side. So if you bring left side, it will be 4ab cos theta, because addition of 2ab cos theta plus 2ab cos theta. Is it right? So therefore it is 0. So cos theta. So when do you get the 0 in cos? At what angle? You'll get 0 for cos is at a theta equal to 90 degrees. So this is the question. If a plus b mod is equal to a plus a minus b mod, and what is the angle between a and b? So it is 90. Now let us proceed with the question number 3. If a is equal to, vector a is equal to I cap plus j cap. So remember, any vector which is falling in xy plane. So how to understand xy plane? So let me take a room here. Let me take a room like this. So there will be xy plane, yz plane, and xz plane. Suppose if you fix your mind that this is z axis, so this will be y axis. Enlarge your eyes, it will be like a room. So this is xy plane. This one you can call it as, when if you want to compare with the room, you can call it as flooring. Yeah, so this is xy plane. Now there is a point here. There is a point here. This point might be having coordinates 1, 1. So what does it mean? This point is at a distance of 1 meter from x-axis, 1 meter from y-axis. So therefore, yeah, so this is going to be the A. So this is the way to represent any vector falling in xy plane. So maybe with its components, ax I cap, ay j cap. So this is the general way of expressing a vector which is falling in xy plane, ayg. Now just you compare the question and the way you express in general the vector form when vector is falling in xy plane. In place of ax you have only one. In place of you have ay you have only one. If nothing is there means you can treat it as one. Now let us proceed with the answer. Question is angle to find out that vector is making with x-axis. So tan theta is equal to vertical component of the vector divided by its horizontal component. So ay is occupied by 1. Even ax is also occupied by 1. So you are finally getting tan theta equal to 1. So at what angle? In tan theta you will get 1. So therefore theta equal to 45. So once again answer is 45. Next, let us proceed with the question. This is question number 4. Next, so question number 5. When two right-angled vectors of magnitude 7 units and 24 units combine, what is the magnitude of their resultant? It is similar to question number 2. So, okay, fine. Let me write the formula first. Once again, parallelogram. So write down magnitude of the resultant vector in parallelogram. It is a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. So they mentioned in words right angled vectors. Right angled vectors means one vector may be this one, other vector may be this one. So they are at 90. Right angled means, so theta is 90 now. So this will be maybe 7 units. This may be 24 units. You will have to find out resultant, magnitude of the resultant. C is equal to. So the value of A, you take it as 7, value of B is 24. So 7 square, A is 7, A square is 7 square is 49 plus B is 24, 24 square is 576 plus 2, A is 7 once again, B is 24, but don't forget theta is 90. So cos 90 will be 0. So therefore, this entire quantity will become 0. So you will get only C is equal to root over. If you add 49 and 576, you will get 625. Then 625 root, you will get 25, but don't forget to write units, because the resultant is also a vector. Vector is a physical quantity. It is a way to express. Any vector can be expressed with magnitude and unit. Any physical quantity, not only vector. Next, let us move with question number 6. 6 is P is equal to 2I. Q is equal to 4J cap and 14K cap. Q is equal to 4I cap, 4J cap, 10K cap. Now asking us to find out magnitude of P plus Q. First you have to add. You have to add two vectors. So when you add two vectors, what will you get here? You'll get 24K. When you add these two, 4J, 4J, you'll get 8J. When you add these two, you'll get 6I. So this is just P plus Q in vector form. So how to find out its magnitude? P plus Q. So this is the way. Root over, if you treat this as C, it will be C is equal to P plus Q in vector form. So how to find out its magnitude means you have to write Cx square, Cy square, Cz square. So do you treat this is Cx I cap, this is Cy j cap, this is Cz k cap. So Cx square, Cy square, Cz square. So this is C, right? Fine. So Cx square, so it will be 36 plus Cy 8 square, 8 square is 64 plus 24. So 24 square is 576 once again, root 36 plus 64, 100, and is going to be 676 root. 676 root is going to be 26, but don't forget to write units. So physical quantity, it is a vector. So this is the way to express a vector of in physical quantity. Now let us proceed with question number 7. Rain is falling vertically with the speed of 35 meters per second. Vertically, so this is the way, vertically falling. Fine. Now with speed, let us say VR is equal to 35 meters per second. A woman rides a bicycle with the speed 12 meters per second in east to west direction, like this. East to west. She is moving east to west. Okay. What is the direction in which she should hold her umbrella? So since she is moving, woman, just let me write VW. So you take this is V minus VW. In which direction she will get means, so let's say this number is mentioned as 12 meters per second. Now, so therefore, she will get resultant velocity of the rain with respect to man in this direction. in the opposite direction to her motion. So therefore, this will be the we are women, let us say. So this is the direction you will get here, because we are will be extended downwards, then resultant. So, but in which direction she has to hold her umbrella means, so in the opposite direction to the VRW. So first, this is the angle, let us say. So tan theta is equal to, what is tan theta? VWY, because opposite by adjacent. Adjacent is VR, opposite is VW. So what is the value of VW is 12 once again, and it is going to be 35. So you can stop answer here. You don't need to find. Otherwise, if you are interested, you can write this as tan inverse of 12 by 35. Okay. Now let us proceed with the next question. That is question number 8. What is the acceleration of a projectile at the top of the trajectory? So once again, let me explain with the help of diagram. When ball is thrown like this, so this is a regular practice. You will get ux equal to u cos theta, the way we discussed just now, resolution of vector. Uy is equal to u sin theta. Now when ball is thrown at an angle theta from a point on the ground O, it follows the parabolic path like this. So this is the point is to be considered as the top of the trajectory. And when it reaches the top of the trajectory, the vertical component at this point only, I'm talking about, at this point only, vertical component of, because velocity will be having both vertical and horizontal components because it is moving in the plane. So therefore, vertical component only at that point will be 0. But horizontal component will continue to have ux you can write, or vx also you can write, because value is same. So therefore, since there is no change in the velocity in horizontal direction, both in terms of direction and magnitude, so no acceleration horizontal. But what is the reason for the projectile to get parabolic path is gravity is the reason. So gravity will be downwards. So that is A. A is playing a role like gravity, acceleration due to gravity, you treat it as permanently negative. So at the top of the trajectory, acceleration of the projectile is A equal to minus G. That is the answer. Next, write the equation for the horizontal range covered by a projectile and specify when it will be maximum. First, you try to write the expression of range. So what is the expression of range? It is u square sin 2 theta by G. For this, you will get 1 mark. And in association with this question, there is a point given. When will it be maximum? So assume theta is 45. So why 45 means there is, if you take 45, there is a possibility for you to get sin 90. So I think you might be knowing sin 90 is maximum by G. So this is the range. So it will be u square by 2G. U square by G only, sorry. So this is the answer for this question. Students, in my next class, I'll continue with the answers you got in the previous video list from Newton laws of motion. Thank you very much. But don't forget to share and subscribe with your friends and relatives.